Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Game on Cloud9 here, and I'm here to bring you guys a new special topics video. Now, I actually been meaning to put one up over the weekend, but I didn't exactly work out because I was sick over the weekend, and I'm just now starting to get over this cold. So, this is going to kind of be also a response video to Hados and Goku's video about bashing something you don't like hating on something, and, trends in the community, like his anime questionnaire video. So I'm going to link his video down below. I don't know if I want to call this exactly a response video because there are a bunch of things I'm going to go ahead and touch up in this video about and go deeper in on certain points about certain things. I'm just I just got done watching this video, so I kind of thought it would kind of make a good response video to expand on some of those things as well. Anyway, I know one thing that he was talking about in one of his videos was bashing. Bashing on something you do not like. And my opinions on that, because we see that a lot in today's community. A lot of, entertainment, you see people just criticizing things, just saying something is bad, and that's fine to say that you don't like something. There's no problem with that. I know a lot of you guys, there's always something that all of us find, and maybe, some kind of show that we do not get entertained by, or some kind of program, or some kind of thing we're reading that we don't like. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then there's always the group of people who go ahead and, say they don't like something, and they still talk about it, they still fuss about it, and they hate on the people who do like it. Maybe not just always the people, but they always hate on what the other person likes. And to me, like he was saying in his video, what is the point in it? I don't really see the point people do that. And sometimes when people do that, to me, it seems a little bit immature for others to go ahead and just fuss or hate on something that you don't like. I mean, there are plenty of things that I don't like as far as, entertainment, but I can't necessarily even recall them in my head because I don't think about them. And I think a lot of times when people do that, it's a waste of time to go ahead and do this. There's some people who will hate on Bleach and will sit up there and fuss about it all day. They may not like the series, they may have not read it in a while, but they'll still fuss about it and still complain about it and still just talk shit about it. And I almost feel like in some ways it's I almost feel like people don't have respect for the people who do like it. And I know some of you guys are saying, huh? But hear me out real quick. I'm like, who likes your, whatever you enjoy watching or reading, your stuff to be hated on or to just be fussed on all day, all night, by somebody who doesn't even like it. And you get the fact that they don't like it. And you may respect that, but then it's almost like people just keep pushing it too far. And there's actually, there's not necessarily a lot of people on YouTube, talking about big reviewers that I've seen do this, but there actually are some, big reviewers, maybe one or two, I'm not going to give any names, that I've seen fuss about something and hate on something so much. And that, they'll get pissed off if they'll get, fanboys or, fan tards come into their channel fussing or, arguing with them. But it's almost like they're no better, and all they're doing is bringing the hate to them because that's all they're expelling. You're hating on something that someone else enjoys, yet you expect for people to come to you being all blissful and being all, cheery about it. And I'm like, real talk, one, if you know other people will like this, and you clearly don't like this, why try to just, almost why do you sit up there and just put out all that negativity for the people who do enjoy it, the fans? I've never really seen a point in that. For example, there's things that I don't really, I'm not really fond of, football. Football is something, I know it probably looked like I should be playing football because I've got that a lot. People would say, when I was in high school, oh man, you should play football, or, you need to go ahead and, join football, or, go to practice one day or something like that, and I never found it interesting. It never, I've been to a game, I just don't like football. I've seen games on TV, I actually went to a practice one day, and I just don't like it. That's just not my thing, but I don't spend time going about, just bashing. I don't go on my Facebook, sitting up there talking about how bad I think football is, or just going, necessarily on, YouTube and sit up there making videos about football and how much I don't like it. And I see that as pointless. Like, why would I? Why would I waste my time that way when I can go out there and put some positive energy about things that I do like? You know, I don't even see a point in making remarks about football because I don't think about it because it's not something I care about. You know, I'm like, you know, I may talk about it a little bit with somebody, you know, who, you know, like maybe in my family or, you know, one of my friends who does like it. But usually when I talk about it, it's not negative remarks. I don't think about it and I like, you know, put it in a negative light all the time. Like, I know a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but there are, you know, there are plenty of people who do go about doing that. You know, and that's not to say you can't, not, that you know, it's not to say that you guys cannot like something, but it's almost like try to, you know, tone it down. If there's something that you don't like, don't necessarily try to mess it up for the other fans that do like it. Like, a lot of people don't consider the people who do like it, or they just, you know, I kind of see it as, you know, being, a lot of people are assholes to the people who do like it and just don't want to look at it as like, all right, let me respect these people. I know that, you know, this guy over here likes One Piece, or this guy over here likes Bleach, or this guy over here likes Naruto. So let me just chill out. You know, he already knows how I feel about it. You know, so I don't need to go ahead and just keep pointing out things I don't like about it, or make it seem like what they like, they're, you know, stupid for liking what they like. You know, which a lot of people almost appear as if they're trying to, you know, put off that vibe like, you know, hey, you're stupid if you like this. Like, really? We all like different things. Like, and that also leads into a thing of trends. Oh my goodness. Like, there are so many people I feel like just jump on this bandwagon of hate that will just hate on something just because their buddy hates on it, or just because this other guy who's maybe well known and, you know, I guess you could say even a real popular YouTube reviewer, you know, says he doesn't like this, then they all just jump on this bandwagon saying this is bad. Like Bleach. I know Hideo Sengoku kind of mentioned that about with Bleach. Bleach, to me, I mean, I understand that we all are entitled to our own opinions, and I'm not saying we all have to think the same way, because obviously we shouldn't think the same way, especially in entertainment way, and like, you know, when it comes down to entertainment, because, you know, we all like the same stuff and enjoy the same stuff, then, you know, we'd essentially almost be like the same person. We'd never differ on anything. So, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, we all have to enjoy the same stuff, but, you know, I'm like, there's a lot of hate that Bleacher sees, and I feel like it could be, you know, a lot of times there's not really a good reason for it either. Like, let's say, you know, like this new arc, I remember literally, you know, as soon as this 1,000-Year Blood War arc started, 2 chapters in, people were already saying Kubo is trolling. How the heck is he trolling after 2 chapters? He didn't even get a chance to open up. You know, and now to me, I'm like, and if you were actually to put that in episode form, 2 chapters usually equals like an episode. So I'm thinking like, okay, I mean, I know Bleach, the anime is finished now, but I mean, if the anime were ever come back or anything like that, that would literally equal like an episode. And people are freaking out over that. I'm like, what the heck is going to happen in 1 episode? I mean, you don't even know what the arc is about yet. You know, and I'm like, I feel like, you know, that lets me know right there, okay, we got a bandwagon going. People just saying, somebody like, you know, a writer is a troll just to be saying they're a troll. And not only that, that also makes me think about another thing. You know, people saying that a writer is a bad writer. Now, I'm weird about calling a writer a bad writer just because I don't enjoy their series or their work. Like, okay, like, let's say the movie Twilight. I actually don't mind the movie Twilight. You know, I know a lot of people say they don't like it, you know, and, you know, that's fine. But I watched the first movie. I've never seen the other ones, but I've seen the first movie, and it was okay to me. It was entertaining. I, you know, was just at home one day, had it on TV, you know, just sat down, watched it, and just, you know, it was enjoyable. But I kind of think about when people say that the writer of Twilight is bad. Now, I've never read the books or anything like that, but I'm like, okay, give me reasons. Like, okay, is this writer bad because you just don't like their stuff? Or are they actually bad because they have contradictions, plot holes, you know, inconsistencies going on in their story? To me, that's what makes a writer bad. Because if they're not enjoying the story, like, let's say somebody, like, for example, like the whole thing with the Twilight series, you know, I think a lot of times people get pissed over the vampires being like shiny or being sparkly. Now, the thing is with the vampires being shiny and sparkly and stuff like that, I mean, I kind of feel like, okay, when people say that's not a vampire, well, maybe it's not like the traditional Hollywood vampire, the vampire we all come to know, but in the Twilight universe, that is what the vampires are. They're sparkly. I mean, even if you don't like it, that's fine. But how does that make the writer a bad writer? And you may say, oh, well, it's something I don't like. Okay, but do all stories, or does everything happen in a story appeal to your interest? I don't expect for everything. I mean, honestly, like, all stories aren't gonna everything that happens in the story is not gonna appeal to everyone. I'm like, there are certain things that make or break a story for all of us. There's some people where the title of a chapter, if it's misleading, versus, like, let's say the chapter was actually, like, the meat of the chapter was good, but the title was off compared to what was going on in the actual chapter itself, like you're reading Bleach or One Piece or Naruto, then people, will actually get turned off by the chapter and get pissed. They'll be like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with this chapter? I mean, that's something, that's just some people. That may be some of y'all who are watching this video now. But does that make the writer bad? Again, I think it's plot holes, contradictions, inconsistencies that make the writer bad. Because, again, not all things will appeal to you all. Not all things you will enjoy in the story or plot all the time. I'm like, sometimes things aren't for you. There are plenty of things like that aren't for me. Plenty of stories plenty of programs that just aren't for me. But I don't call the writer bad because I didn't like it. And, that's pretty much, I know this is kind of maybe a weird discussion video, but basically what my whole point that I'm trying to get across in this video is that I just think that a lot of y'all, I'm not saying it's any of my subscribers, I'm not pointing fingers or anything like that, but I just want to kind of put out the vibe, like, even like, especially in the anime community, we all got to put out some more positivity out there. And if you don't like something, then why go and jump on this bandwagon of hate? Why fuss about it all the time? It kind of reminds me to the saying where people say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. And I kind of feel like that should apply to this whole thing that we have going on, and just in entertainment period, where nowadays people always feel the need to say just, ridiculous things about something that somebody likes, or just even hate on, a person for liking something, like as if their own opinions are facts. Like, this is indefinite a bad series. Like, no, I mean, if I enjoy this series, how, that I'm like, then, to me it's good and to you it's bad. It's not like this is definitively the worst series ever. There is no argument behind it. There's no, this is just it. Like, no. A lot of people, have that kind of mentality, and all I'm trying to do in this video is to get some of y'all thinking out there, about, try to put a positive vibe out there, and try to, really, and if you don't like something, or if you're not really, a big fan of a particular series, or you're not enjoying it that much, or, let's say you don't like it at all, try to put a little bit less negativity out there. I'm not saying you can't ever say what you don't like. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that don't just get on this, bandwagon of hate and just, throw these, hate bombs everywhere about, what you didn't like about this and that, and you're not even messing with it anymore. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you did. Thumbs down if you didn't. I want to get the best feedback possible. And anyway, see you guys later.